You don't need a lot of money to create a gorgeous and cozy fall tablescape. I'm gonna create an outdoor one for our Canadian Thanksgiving celebration. I'm starting with a simple folding table, so I wanna show you how easy and budget-friendly it can be to create an absolutely stunning table with budget-friendly supplies like items from Amazon, Dollarama, thrifted items, and items that I have on hand, and I cannot wait to show you my formula. So let's get started. This tablecloth here was my muse for this whole design. I normally don't love orange, but I loved the subtle orange in this with the browns, the golds, and the creams. That is my type of color combo. So that's my first tip, is look for something, whether it's a textile or even some faux florals, to inspire the color scheme of your entire tablescape. So another trick is when you're working with a simple, inexpensive folding table like this one, also from Amazon, make sure that your tablecloth is nice and generously sized so that it covers not only the top of the table, but also the legs. Inspired by the tablecloth colors, here's the collection of items that I put together for this tablescape. We have some nice rusty colored faux leaves and brown foliage. I also have these gold candlesticks that I've used on my mantle before. I'm going to use them in this tablescape. Some simple white plates, some thrifted amber glasses, and then we have a few white pumpkins and textiles here. The colors of that tablecloth really inspired everything else in this tablescape. Another thing that I recommend for a budget-friendly table setting is to mix and match your chairs. Don't worry about having every single chair the same. So for this setting outside, I'm going to use some of these vintage chairs from my mom, and I'm also going to use a couple of my outdoor chairs that were on my porch. I'm just stealing them from my porch, putting them here. So mix and match, shop your own home, and create a fun setting like this. I love the idea of 2 armchairs on either end and then just some more simple chairs on the sides. For this simple centerpiece, I'm going to use some of these foam rings I found at Dollarama, plus some faux floral in the colors inspired from the tablecloth. I also have some side cutters so I can trim these down and stick them into the foam rings. I made 3 of these floral rings, 1 medium-sized one from that pack from Dollarama and 2 small ones. I'm going to place the medium-sized one in the middle of my table and the 2 smaller ones on either side. I have these gold candlesticks. I've used them on my mantle for many years, and I thought they were the perfect addition to this table. They pick up the gold in the tablecloth. So I'm going to put the largest one in the center of this ring and the other 2 in the centers of the other rings. And look how pretty that already looks with just the florals and those candles. But we're gonna add some final details to the centerpiece. I found these bows at Winners / HomeSense. You can probably find them at HomeGoods if you live in the US. And they're just little hair bows, which I thought my girls would love, but I also thought they would make the cutest addition to these candlesticks. I'm going to take them and simply clip them on the fronts of my candlesticks. I'm gonna do it on this one, and sort of let those drape down, and I'm gonna make it a little bit asymmetrical. I wish I would have found 3, but I only found 2. So we'll make it asymmetrical. We'll put it on this one, let that drape. And look how cute those are on the candlesticks. They're so perfect, and I can reuse them for my girls when I'm done. I'm finishing off this simple fall tablescape by adding some of these beautiful mini white pumpkins and just placing them in between all of the other elements here. Okay, I couldn't handle the asymmetry. I changed my mind, so I'm putting the bow on the 2 shorter ones and leaving the center one without the bow, and I think that looks perfect. Next up, let's talk about plates. I don't think you can go wrong with white textured plates in any tablescape setting. If you're going to invest in anything for your table, invest in some beautiful white textured plates and you can use them over and over again. These ones actually weren't that much money at all. They were from Walmart probably about 7 years ago or so, and I use them for almost every single gathering that I have. I simply like to layer the dessert plate over the dinner plate for a nice layered textured look. Now, people often ask me, okay, the table looks pretty and everything, but where do you put your food? When we do our family gatherings, we always have a buffet style set up on our island and then bring the food to the table. But if you are the type of family that likes to serve your food family style on the table, you'll need either a bigger table, a wider table than this one here, or just make the centerpiece one candlestick rather than all three. To add some texture and some warmth to this tablescape, I am just using these linen napkins. They're a nice natural color, plus these textured napkin rings. And I think they look very simple and they don't clash with the plaid tablescape. So I'm just gonna place them in the middle of each plate on each setting. For some more warmth and a little bit of shine, I'm going to use this golden white cutlery that I use for a lot of my tablescapes, but I think it looks especially beautiful here with this tablecloth. The thrift store is an incredible place to find glassware for your fall table. I love colored glassware. It's been trending for the last few years now, and I thought this amber colored glassware was especially perfect for this fall table. And don't worry about mixing and matching shapes as well. As long as you have the same colors, or maybe even you want the same shapes in all different colors, that would also look amazing. The mix and match is going to add so much character and some fun to your table. So here it is, my cozy but budget-friendly fall table ready for a family gathering. I love so much that I was able to use some inexpensive items from the thrift store, from Amazon, from the dollar store, things I had on hand, and I really love how everything came together with the colors of this tablecloth. Don't forget, you could recreate this indoors as well if you want a less windy dining experience, but I do love the idea of dining outside to enjoy those last warmer days of the year. Let me know what you think of this table down in those comments below. I would love to hear. And if you want to create more budget-friendly DIY decor for fall, I'm going to leave a video for you to watch next right up here.